Welcome to Thinkin' Bits, where tech meets business innovation.
AI is everywhere, right?
Yeah, it's unavoidable these days.
Well, it's inescapable. ChatGPT, writing poems and stuff, self-driving cars, the whole thing.
It does feel like it's changing everything.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, what's behind the curtain?
Right, because it can't just be algorithms.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be people, right?
It's a huge amount of human labor.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at today. Data annotation.
Which is
Just how does AI learn? How does it learn to see the world,
Yeah, how does it learn? Because it doesn't come, knowing these things.
Exactly. It's like teaching a computer to see, right? You got to show it like a million pictures of a cat.
It's data annotation.
Yeah, so that's what these people do. They're labeling images, they're tagging text, they're categorizing it all so AI can learn.
That's so interesting. It's like they're teaching the AI to see the world.
It's happening everywhere, globally, and we're going to hear from these people.
Wow, okay.
From all over, all walks of life.
To get their perspective on what this is like.
Exactly, because they're shaping the future.
They really are, yeah.
Okay, so first up, we've got Oscarina from Venezuela, and she really shows the struggle, the economic side of this. She told Time magazine, she said, "In Venezuela, you don't live, you survive."
Wow.
And it's true, right? Like Venezuela's economy.
It's been struggling.
Yeah, for years. So she turns to these online platforms like Appen, hoping to make a living. But it's tough.
And it's not just Venezuela. We see that in a lot of places.
A lot of places. Low wages, uncertain hours. We'll definitely dig into that more. But let's shift gears for a second. Joe, he lives in Kenya. He's a college graduate, and he got into doing this for self-driving cars.
Interesting.
Right? You think AI, it's all glamorous?
Cutting edge.
Exactly. But it wasn't like that for him. He told The Verge he would spend 8 hours to annotate just a few seconds of video.
Wow, what could take that long? What are they even doing?
Tagging everything. Every car, every person, every object, every frame. And you got to be so precise because one mistake can mess up the whole thing.
Oh, wow. So tedious.
It makes you really think about how much work goes into AI, even for a few seconds.
Yeah. You assume it's all, I don't know, more intellectually stimulating.
Right.
Not like factory work.
And the pay often reflects that. But before we get to that, let's hear from Dinesh. He's from India. And he shows us the gig economy side of this whole thing.
Right, because that's a huge part of it, that whole world.
So he uses Amazon Mechanical Turk.
MTurk, yeah.
MTurk, yeah, it's got all these micro tasks. You can do anything and anyone can sign up, so it seems great. Work from anywhere, be your own boss, but it's not that simple.
No. What's the catch?
It's a total free-for-all, everyone's fighting for the same jobs, and the pay, forget about it.
Right, because it's all, piecework?
Yeah, so you're not getting, minimum wage or anything. You could work all day and barely make anything.
That's rough. That's no security. And it makes you think about the trade-off, right?
Right, the human cost of all this fancy tech.
Exactly. And the thing is, it's not just the economics of it, right? The work itself can be rough.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about it being repetitive, but it can get intense. Some of these annotators are looking at seriously disturbing stuff,
Really? Like what?
Violence, hate speech, even child exploitation.
That's heavy stuff.
The Verge told this one story, this annotator labeling text for OpenAI, the ChatGPT people.
Right.
They had this story about Robin, Batman's sidekick.
Okay, yeah, I know Robin.
And it got kind of graphic with a villain, and it was really unclear if it was sexual assault or not.
Oh, wow.
The annotator was completely thrown off. They even had to ask OpenAI for help.
That's wild. It shows you how AI can't quite grasp those nuances.
Right. We can barely agree on that stuff as humans half the time.
Exactly.
But it's the annotators who are stuck making those calls.
That's a lot of pressure, especially with that kind of content.
Totally. And this isn't just a one-off. This whole investigation, they found out OpenAI was using this company, Sama, in Kenya, to label some really messed up stuff.
No way. Like what?
We're talking child sexual abuse, bestiality, murder, the worst stuff you can think of.
And they were labeling it.
Yeah, for less than $2 an hour.
Seriously. That's awful.
And with barely any mental health support. It's we're asking them to clean up the worst parts of the internet so AI can be safer for everyone else.
It's really messed up when you think about it.
It really is, and it's something we're seeing a lot. Companies like Scale AI with their remote tasks platform.
Remote tasks, yeah.
The Washington Post looked into them, found workers in the Philippines making way less than minimum wage.
How's that even legal?
Sometimes just pennies for each task.
Yeah.
And if there were problems with payment or if their accounts got shut down, tough luck.
It's like they have no power, no way to fight back.
It's basically data colonialism,
Yeah, you're right.
exploiting workers in poor countries to build tech for richer ones.
And we're talking about the AI revolution, the supposed force for progress and all.
Right, but it makes you wonder who's really benefiting.
At what cost, really?
Exactly. Although some companies are trying to change things, Surge, AI, they're trying to do it differently. So where does it go from here? With data annotation, I mean.
Yeah, is this like a job of the future or what?
Right, because AI is getting so good, it feels like it could just,
Automate it all away.
Exactly.
I mean, for the basic stuff, probably, right? Like tagging images.
Right.
But the more AI can do, it's like we need even more human input.
To keep up.
Yeah, for the stuff AI still can't quite get. Like, imagine teaching a computer to recognize a cat.
Okay, yeah?
AI can probably do that now. But teaching it to tell if that cat is playful or about to scratch you.
That's a whole other thing.
Totally. And that's where you need people for the really nuanced stuff.
It's not about replacing humans, it's like upgrading them.
Right. That's what Surge AI is going for. Paying people more, making it more specialized.
Their CEO, what was his name? Edwin Chen? He was saying these annotators could become, like, experts.
Exactly. Not just cogs in the machine, but actually using their brains to teach the machines.
I like that. So instead of AI taking over jobs, it creates new ones.
Potentially. And hopefully better ones, too. Because if AI is really going to be everywhere,
You got to make sure the people building it are doing okay.
100%. Otherwise, it's just, well, more of the same, isn't it? Progress for some, not for all.
Right, that's not what we want.
Nope. So I think what we've learned today is AI isn't just ones and zeros. It's all run by people with real stories.
Definitely. So next time you're asking Alexa for a weather report or whatever,
Or see one of those self-driving cars, yeah.
remember there's a whole team of people behind that.
Working hard, often struggling to make it happen. And knowing that, understanding that, makes you a more informed participant in this whole AI revolution.
Couldn't have put it better myself. And that's our deep dive for today.